Hey guys, welcome back. Today we're going to show you how to do light painting on your camera. It's the 4th of July, so we thought that it'd be a cute idea to show you how to do. So first you need okay, so we went to the fireworks place and we got Roman candles. And then we also got some glow sticks, which is all of this. And then you also are going to need a lighter for your sparklers and your Roman candles. Here's the sparklers, the lighter. You're going to need water, stay hydrated. And then we're also going to use our flashlight. It'll make like a cleaner light when you run through with it.
And if you have one that's not so bright, like the end of this one is super bright, but it also has like a side light over here. Also, it has like a side light over here where it's not as bright and it's a little bit easier to use. And then you're also going to need a camera that's capable to change like your aperture ISO and stuff like that. We're using the Canon M50, and if you guys didn't see our unboxing video, you can go watch that.
And then in the description below, we're going to show all the settings that we're using to do the light painting, that way that y'all know. And then if we change anything, we'll like put up in the...
Well, I'll put them up on the screen before we start. I'll put up the ISO and stuff on there so that you guys can get the settings.
Yeah.
So the first thing you guys want to do is make sure you get your camera set up. You want to make sure you have a good tripod to set it up on so it's still, because your camera can't be moving at all. And then you want to make sure you have a nice dark background. We're just outside at night and we turned off all the porch lights, floodlights and stuff like that. And then we're going to turn this light off once we get ready. And then for us, we're using we're using this tree as kind of like our centerpiece where we'll be doing all of our stuff. And yeah, so let's get to it. Alright guys, so you're going to have your camera and a good tripod that's sturdy, and then you're going to find a good spot. We're on the driveway concrete, so it'll be nice, sturdy, and won't be moving around, because any kind of movement will just mess up your picture. It'll just be a big motion blur. And then next thing you're going to do is turn your camera on and set up your settings. We have our exposure set to bulb, and aperture is 8.0. You can kind of play around with that a little bit, and we found 8.0 was good with the lights we're using and stuff. And then our ISO, you don't really need a lot of ISO because we're going to be painting it on the light. So we have it set to 100, which helps with any kind of grain or anything like that. We're going to start off with my favorite, which is the light ropes. It's basically just a line of light, and then I'll wrap around the tree and kind of walk off. I think it's really cool. It looks really cool, and you can do a lot of things with it. You can do your rope, and then basically you can run out there, stand at it, and someone paint you, and I think it looks really good. So we're going to start off with that. What you need is you need your flashlight. It doesn't have to be a really good flashlight, just something kind of bright. And what you're going to do is hold it so when you're running, it's not really lighting up the grass too much, or it's going to overexpose your grass and it's just going to look like daytime in the picture. So you're going to run along, kind of make whatever design you want, and then wrap around the tree like this, wrap around, and then run off to the side. And then you can come back. And then if you're going to run in, you can run in, stand there, and get someone to paint you. So we're going to start. So I'm going to go ahead and start up the camera. I'm going to tap it. And then we're going to run.
Okay, so he's doing his rope now. And as you can see, he's going around the tree. And he's kind of moving it up and down so that you can see that it's just the design that he wants. And then he'll run off, and that way it kind of flows and there's not any choppy moments in it. And we're not going to run out there and paint anything right now, so we're going to go ahead and stop it.
Yep, so once you get back, just stop your camera. Try not to move it too much. Turn your light off. And look at how it turned out. Alright, so now that you have your nice rope painted around the tree and stuff, if you wanted to add somebody else into the picture, what you would do is you'd run back to your camera, and then you would run out to the tree while the camera is dark and still on, and then you'll have somebody else just take the flashlight and just kind of paint you. Like say you're standing right here, just have them paint you. don't really keep the light on you or you'll be really like overexposed. Just kind of take the flashlight and do this. And basically what that'll do is just give you a little bit of light so they can see you, and it'll still keep that nice rope ring around you. So.
Okay, so the sparklers are my favorite. I like going out there and drawing things. So here we go.
She's gonna run out there, and she has a lighter with it. And basically all I'll do back here is just make sure all your lights are off and start your camera. All right, set. And then she'll just take the lighter. Sparkler. There you go. Now she's going to draw whatever she wants to draw, a crown, smiley face. You can twirl with it. Twirls look really cool. And you will take your time, because the more times you go over it, like trace back over it, the better it'll show up in the picture. I think she's drawing a crown. Alright, now her light went out, so then I'm going to stop the camera.
Okay, so it didn't turn out to be the best. The crown was kind of hard because it's easier like if you're doing like your name or like a heart or something, because you can trace that. The crown, I couldn't really trace it because you have to do over, like he was telling you, you have to go over it a lot so that it sees it. So I couldn't really remember where this line was and this line was, but it did turn out, I mean, you can kind of tell that it's a crown. So, but you just keep going over it, and then whoever's at the camera for you can tell you like how many seconds it is, because I mean, you can pretty much tell how long the sparkler is going to stay lit. And so you just keep going over it and over it and over it, and then they'll tell you whatever seconds, and then you can try to finish it out. And then once it goes out, you have to stay there and stay still until they press the button again. That way you don't mess with any of the blur or the light or anything.
Alright guys, so since it's almost 4th of July, I'm going to try and do just this little flag, and then I'm going to try and get some sparklers kind of going off the side. I think it'll look pretty cool. So I'm going to stick it in the ground over here, and probably lower the camera and zoom it in just a little bit so it's not so far away. Alright, get my camera set up, and then set it up on my flag and get it into focus. That might be like, yeah, I think that looks a little better. Light. Alright, so I saw my exposure set on bulb, and then my aperture set on 8.0, ISO 100. So I think what I'm going to do is just grab some sparklers, run out there, and put some lights up. Or actually, I might use a flashlight. I think the flashlight might be better.
Yeah, I don't want to catch the flag on fire with sparkles.
Well, I think I'm going to do like the flashlight just so I can get those lines, because sparkler might show me.
Yeah.
So. Alright, so I'm going to go ahead and start it. So I got all my lights off, and then I'm going to go ahead and start my lights and make sure everything else is ready. And then I'm going to run out here. And then just Alright guys, this is what we got with our flag. It didn't really turn out how we wanted it to, but if we had more time, probably would have used sparklers instead of light. I think the sparklers would have been a cool effect. You just got to move the sparklers really slow, because they don't really emit like the same amount of light as a flashlight.
Okay, so we showed a couple for you. We really hope that y'all enjoyed it, and we can't wait to see what y'all's looks like, so you can post your pictures in the comments below. And if you have any questions, just let us know.
Alright, goodbye guys.
Bye.